How to research. Essential question. What are some strategies to make my History Day research successful? Let's practice with our sample topic, AIDS. But wait, let's just check to make sure it's in the right time period. What year does it have to be before? 2000 or earlier. So I searched AIDS on Google, and I saw this from the mayoclinic.org, and this, but I don't see any years telling me when AIDS started. So I searched up AIDS history instead, and I can see one source at the top and another here. I know history.com is a reputable, reliable source. It says History of AIDS, so I'm going to tap on that. And once I'm in there, I can see the title of the article, History of AIDS, and in the first sentence it says, in the 1980s and early 1990s, the outbreak of HIV and AIDS swept across the United States and the rest of the world, though the disease originated decades earlier. That tells me. Phew. It's from the year before the year 2000. What else does the topic need to be? Specific. So, AIDS. Is that specific? No, not really. Any ideas for a more specific topic? Think about it. How can we make it more specific? First, think about the theme, communication in history. Then, do a little research and see if anything jumps out at you. So I'm going to skim the rest of this article and see if anything jumps out at me. When I skim, I just very briefly look for keywords. And I can skim much faster than I can read. So I see HIV, I see chimps and monkeys, strains that were spread from chimps to humans, etc. And then another page as I'm scrolling down and down. In 1981, the CDC published a report, and oh, here we go. This looks important. It says, though the CDC discovered all major routes of the disease's transmission, as well as that female partners of AIDS-positive men could be infected, in 1983, the public considered AIDS a gay disease. It was even called the gay plague for many years after. Whoa. But wait, if the CDC knew about AIDS, why was it considered a gay disease? And if there's an epidemic, who do people look to for leadership? The president. Who was the president when the AIDS epidemic struck the US in what year? Google it like this. President in 1983. I say 1983 because I know that it says 1983 in that paragraph I was just looking at. So president in 1983, I Google it, I find it's Ronald Reagan, this guy right here. So research questions, next step, can help us focus our research. Think of them like purpose questions. Let's make some. What research questions would you make for this topic? Let's think about our keywords to help us generate some. Keywords, AIDS, Reagan, and communication. Research question, I'm sure your question, whatever you thought of was great. I'll use this. What impact did President Reagan have on communication about AIDS? So I type in Reagan, AIDS, and the first link is to a history article from history.com, again, a reliable source, called How AIDS Remained an Unspoken but Deadly ... Okay, I'm going to tap on that. And I remember my question is, what impact did President Reagan have on communication about AIDS? This is what the article looks like at the top. And it's a lot of words. I don't really know how to look for the right things in this article. How do I skim it effectively? So let's find out how to find a word in Safari. Here's what you're going to do. You go up to the search bar, and where it says the website name, you're going to cancel that out and type in Reagan or whatever keyword you want to use. Once you do that, some things will start popping up down here. And on the bottom, it says on this page, find Reagan. I'm going to tap on that. And when I do, it highlights everything in that article with that word in it. I can see exactly where Ronald Reagan is mentioned right here. So it says, yet U.S. leaders had remained largely silent and unresponsive to the health emergency, and it wasn't until September 1985, 4 years after the crisis began, that President Ronald Reagan first publicly mentioned AIDS. But by then, AIDS was already a full-blown epidemic. Whoa, That's something. Now it's your turn. Open the assignment in Schoology and follow the directions to complete it. It should look like this. It's called How to Research. Step 1, check out what years your topic happened. Was it before the year 2000? My topic happened in the years. 2, make sure your topic is specific. Think about the theme, communication, and do a little Googling to narrow it down. My specific topic is. 3, come up with at least 3 key words for your topic. Just like I came up with AIDS, communication, and Reagan, you do yours. 4, using your keywords, write a research question about your topic that will help you know what to look for. My research question is. And 5, test out your research keywords and questions on Google. Read until you find something that kind of blows your mind. Write your discovery below. I found out that. Done? Way to go. Dropbox at MNS How to Research. You champs.